live stream here. Just gonna cut in and cut out one more time while going under the overpass right here. But this video, watching AJ and Wilder for quite some time, some negotiations with them too, for quite some time, right? Right along with Tyson Fury and Usyk. Them, and as far as I'm concerned, you know, what I've been seeing, what Law's been seeing is that the common denominator for fights not being made is the promoter. Is the promoter. Everybody else. It's not the network. Is the promoter and or manager. And I would go a little bit further in detail with that, because leading up to the fight, we saw a bruise on AJ's eye. Right? We saw a bruise on his eye, and then we start hearing rumors. Well, not rumors, out of Edward Hearn's mouth, talking about AJ seeing the psychologist, right? And we watch AJ do the ring walk and all that stuff, and we all noticed something. Well, at least I noticed it, that he looked kind of weird. He looked kind of off. You know, I'm not saying he didn't know which way is up, but he sure enough did find that fucking canvas. And then we fast forward, out of all the back and forth between Edward Hearn and his best friend AJ with Deontay Wilder, we've been noticing something, a trend, or at least I noticed it, a trend, and the trend is that Edward Hearn always gets out in front of the media to convey what he wants people to take from the negotiations. He basically gets in front of their lies, manipulates, twists with his words, so people can get on board with ducking. Damn, what that chicken running like that? What happened? That chicken hauling ass. And we've seen that time and time again. That's all they do. I told y'all, I was like, Matchroom Boxing got one of the coldest social media games in the boxing industry. Lozz, what's happening? Coldest. They don't have to tell the truth. Only thing they have to do is put an idea in people's heads. They know they're wrong and they're still fucking lying, because they know that people will believe them. And if they could get a few people to believe them, and as long as they can believe they lie, all is good. All is good from it. And we've seen it with multiple, not just Edward Hearn, but multiple people. I made a video a long time ago saying that Anthony Joshua needs to get in the driver's seat. Right? Crawford and Ryan Garcia basically saying that fighters need to be at the table too. I've been said this shit. Nobody is saying that they should be spearheading the negotiations and drafting up the contracts, but there's only one person that's going to take all the blame in history for fights not happening, and it's going to be the fucking fighter. You could blame Don King, you could blame Frank Warren, You could blame Lou DiBella. You could blame whoever out there. But the fighter is going to be at the center of a focus when it comes to real fight fans on why fights didn't happen. He ducked this person. He ducked that person. Well, how come this fight didn't happen? He had, what's the other one? What's the other one that people like saying? People like saying things like, he didn't fight everybody. He fought this guy and this guy, but he didn't fight everybody. You know? They say that with a lot of fighters. And now, at the end of their career, where is these guys going to be? You know, create good talking points. But, and I also said Deontay Wilder should have set himself up for fights a little bit better. This is years ago. This is not recently. And the only reason why I say that is because the way Edward Hearn, the way Matchroom, and the way some of these other promoters work is they try to suffocate other fighters so they won't get ahead, so they could give them the fuck, so they could give them the fuckery. They try to suffocate them. Oh, Law said facts, and he goes said been ducked since 2016. Pretty much. That's what they do. They try to suffocate. Literally try to suffocate. Literally, and some succeeded, and some tried to suffocate other people's boxing careers. I give case in point. Suffocating, trying to suffocate somebody else's boxing career. Overpaying Charles Martin, so in turn that you can give, so you could give a not a fair offer to Deontay Wilder because you're going to come out and say X amount of belts. Going to Saudi Arabia or the UAE and getting flat rate offers and then saying, well, we made X, but you ain't generated X because they just gave it to you. You see what I'm saying? That's to me, that's trying to suffocate somebody else's career. You didn't, when AJ went up over there, he didn't generate $50-60 million. I'm sorry. He didn't generate that. They gave that up. They gave that up on the strength that they will get more tourism, more people spending money for their into their economy. The same thing with Jose Cambosis. When Devin Haney went up over there, the same thing. The fucking country gave up that money just like the Middle Eastern countries. Their country gives up the money for the fight before the fight even fucking happens. How else are you supposed to get pay-per-view? You're supposed to get back-end money from you're supposed to get it later. You're not supposed to get the pay-per-view right away, but now everybody wants their money up front because of these clowns. So when they move over there to the zone, trying to suffocate other fighters' careers and getting overpaid, now you see what one of the problems lies. And the common denominator is Edward Hearn. I know people out here, they oh, what do you say? Oh, Law said, I'm done with heavyweight boxing. I'm not done with, I'm just, Laws, I'm like, when a fight comes up, a fight comes up. If it don't, it don't. I'm going to watch something else. Because Fury, oh, the fight's happening, the fight's happening, the fight's happening. Edward Hearn, the fight's happening, the fight's happening, the fight's happening. Deontay Wilder, oh, big news coming soon, big news coming soon, and ain't nothing. And everybody gets out there, they make videos on it, on speculation that a fight is going to happen, and it don't happen, and nobody calls them out. People know that a fight is not finalized until the bout agreement is signed. You know, till the bout agreement is signed, the fight is not signed. It's up in the air still. It's up in the air. Why else would would Tyson Fury fight Francis Ngannou instead of Alexander Usyk? Why else would he? Why else would he get on the thing and say, I'm done doing this, I'm only doing these X type of fights, and then the fucking next day he says I'm fighting Usyk? Why else would he say that? They're all a bunch of liars. Look at Big John Fury trying to mask himself, grow out his fucking beard and his hair and shit, trying to look like Peter Fury, a fucking actual honorable fucking man of integrity. And then try to say, oh, this Dennis guy owe us money, I'm gonna pull up the tapes and all that stuff. It's like, didn't you put the Fury clan name on the thing and shook old boy's hand for that one fight, and then y'all didn't put that certain clause in the contract? Ain't that what happened? But then you came back and tried to get the money from the dude, but you didn't put it in the contract. All these cats is a bunch of liars. But it's all about who do you believe in, and what do you want to believe in? And half of these cats don't even check their source of information. When you listen to John Fury, he's a fucking liar. When you listen to Peter Fury, he's not a fucking liar. When you listen to John Fury, he's a fucking liar. When you come on, you don't nobody know none of these goddamn boxers. Well, sorry, majority of us out here that don't know none of these boxers. We don't know none of these promoters. We don't know none of these managers. So for all those out there that are speaking facts, they probably should just be quiet and shut the fuck up, because there ain't no goddamn facts with a lot of this shit. There ain't none. There ain't none. It's opinions, but I tell you what, it's a fact that them motherfuckers is liars. It's on paper. It's in interviews. It's on Live Live and in Color that they are fucking liars. Edward Hearn, liar. Peter Fury, liar. Tyson Fury, liar. Snake Eyes, fish eyes. That's what laws like to call them. Liar. Why else would you say that? Usyk is. Why else would Tyson Fury say that Usyk is ducking him? Riddle me that. Riddle me that. Now let's go on back to Francis Ngannou. Not Francis Ngannou. Why would Tyson Fury take that fight and at the same time say Usyk is ducking him? Money. I don't blame him from doing it, but be real. Don't besmirch another man's name. Don't besmirch another man's name because you more worried about the backlash from your fans and the whole boxing community. And if half these motherfuckers had a lick of fucking sense, I don't care if it's Stephanie A. Smith, Jason Whitlock, motherfuckers on IFL TV, which they ain't gonna say it because they scared. They scared they won't get another fucking interview. The whole lot of them, everybody that's in media, that's actually at these events, that actually have the position to ask these guys the tough questions, let alone the other people who are in position at ESPN, Fox, Sky Sports, and all these cats. They won't say it. How come they won't say this motherfucker ducked Alexander Usyk? How come they won't say it? How come they won't say it? And the thing about it is, this would be the best time for him to fight him. He got half his foot in boxing and half his foot in the war in Ukraine. So this is the best time to get him. This is the best time to get him. And he won't fucking do it because of money. But he don't want to be real about it. He want to lie about it. Deontay Wilder, I give it to him. He told motherfuckers alone, I got to give it to the man. Even though some of the shit that he's saying I don't like. But he said it a long time ago. He said these fucking fighters need to start managing their career better than what they've been doing instead of just listening to folks and just being blind to it. Because that's what AJ ain't never been in the driver's seat. AJ ain't never been in the fucking driver's seat. But somehow Tyson Fury is. Riddle me that fucking conundrum. Riddle me that. But Tyson Fury is, but AJ is not. That's crazy. That's give it to AJ. He just sits up. I give it to him. He don't lie. I don't think he lies too much. I don't think he lies. I just think that he let Edward Hearn. Well, you could say so because he let Edward Hearn speak on behalf of him, on behalf of him, and Edward Hearn do the lying through proxy. So yes, we could say he fucking lies. Lozz D said, agreed. Thumbs up. Peter don't lie like that clown John Fury. Yeah, and he don't fuck with people. He don't go out of his way to besmirch people's names or talk down on them or anything unless somebody do it to him. How it should fucking be. Why would you slag your fucking opponent and try to deminimize them for an upcoming fight and say this and the third when you're supposed to be trying to build the fucking fight? You a liar. How come you can't lie with that? You lie with everything else? You lie with everything else? You lie with everything else? Shit. You know? You lied with the what did he talk about, the dick and ball soup? He lied about that. He lied about the dick and ball soup. Lozz D said they won't ask real questions because if they do, they will never get their press pass again. That too. And the only reason why Edward Hearn, when he came up over here, he allowed them tough questions to be asked because he knew at the end of the day that that some of these YouTubers, y'all know who they is. He knew they didn't know half the shit they was talking about. Not only that, they were asking the fucking wrong question. Not only that, it's like, why would you go to an event, see a promoter or a manager, and come at him aggressive? Why would you want to then expect and then get mad when you can't get no more questions asked? And then try to call the dude out. This is why half these cats can't make it in the game. This is why half these cats who want their logos on fighter shorts can't get them. Because what the fuck you stand for? That's the reason why y'all can't get it. That's the reason why a lot of y'all can't get a job. Look at all these cats that they've been hiring off of YouTube. Look at all these cats they've been hiring off of YouTube. They want them clean cut, down the middle. They don't want them rough around the edges. They don't want them cussing. And they want them throwing softballs. And they all asking the same fucking question. You go from one channel to the next, they all asking the same fucking question. The same fucking shit, all of them. And then look at the pressers. You got Edward Hearn up there. I mean, Brian Custer all right, but come on, man. Y'all got to start asking some different questions. Y'all got to start spicing it up a little bit. I'm not talking about fucking throw hard balls and shit like that and stuff like that, but a lot of them questions be some cornball ass shit. Why do you think you're going to beat whoop-de-whoop? Motherfucker. What you mean, why do I think? Why do I think? Come on, man. I would literally say next question. I would literally say next question. First of all, ain't nobody really going to answer how they going to win. Second of all, it's going to be the same fucking answer. I got more heart. I was raised like this. I'm more dedicated. My offense. But it's going to be the same fucking shit. Ask something fucking else. Ask something for real. And back to Lozz D video. If y'all want to go back and listen to it, it's in the description. Put the link in there. You know, Sometimes you got to show some love to your homies. You know what I'm saying? Back to that video. Very good video. He talked about Andrew Ruiz and Deontay Wilder. And I believe Deontay Wilder with that. I think that because it's not the first time Andrew Ruiz priced himself out. He did it. He priced himself out with AJ. He sure did. I mean, whether or not it was his fault or not, just same thing with King Kong Ortiz. Whether or not he did or not, his team did. So he technically he gotta wear that on his shoulders. But let's be real. I'm not getting into the pocket watching and shit like that, but this shit got to be reasonable, bruh. It got to be reasonable. It got to be reasonable. Andrew Ruiz beats Deontay Wilder, takes his little chunk, beats Deontay Wilder, right? He could have said, hey, man, just give me 35, 40%. How about that? You know what I'm saying? And kept it pushing. He could have taken that shit and kept it pushing. Because guess what? He still has another shot at becoming a world champion, and he's Mexican, and they have a big fucking following in America, so he could be looking at making a pay-per-view fight that overall generates, $60 million. 40, 50, $60 million. And that's way more than what and think about it. And he's making it all on his fucking own without nobody taking all of his fucking shit. Same thing with Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, I said years ago, don't need Edward Hearn. Right? He don't need him. Anthony Joshua, all he needs is a setup. He already has his own promotional brand or management brand. All he needs is a setup. All he needs is Edward Hearn. All he needs is Edward Hearn to put the asses in the seat and do the promoting. That's it. He don't need this guy talking for him on a daily basis. He don't need this guy getting in the way of the fans watching good fights. Because who the fuck is going to watch Anthony Joshua versus Philip Herkovic? If Anthony Joshua already lost twice in horrible fucking fashion, the fuck you guys think is is it twice or 3 times? What the fuck do you think is going to happen? His percentage chance of winning has been diminished. We see how this guy looks in the ring. We see how he looks. He has no sense of urgency when it comes to putting his foot on the gas and putting his fist to somebody's fucking face. He has none of it no more. And something happened before that Andrew Ruiz fight. Somebody took his heart. It's almost like watching your relative come out of prison and noticing that somebody been punking his ass in there. He got a whole different walk. He walked different, talked different hand gestures and shit, because somebody been punking him. That's how he looked after that fight. As he said, Michael, man, AJ could have made that fight at Wembley and sold that fight out easy. Lozz D. And guess what? Remember I made a video a long time ago talking about Deontay Wilder and AJ fighting either by themselves fighting in Nigeria. Well before everybody started talking about it now. Well before that. And what did people say? Nothing. They could have fucking went up over there. They already know how much money the Nigerian government is going to give them, right? But this is the fucking kicker. This is the fucking kicker. That it's not about the fight that they're getting the money from. It's about the fucking future revenue they can get out of Nigeria and out of Africa as a whole. Because just like the United States, just like all these other countries, boxing needs to be cleaned up. Boxing needs to be cleaned up. They could open up a fucking gym, right? They could open up their own company, like Matchroom or whatever like that over there, and they could start bringing in fights. And they could start doing guest appearances, bringing other motherfucking high profile fighters up over there, and they would have quadrupled their fucking money. Quadrupled it. Quadrupled that shit. Not just on loan in boxing, UFC. They could have got into other sports. They could get into the movie scene, the music scene, and help people out to get to branch them out. They could have made bukus of money. Bukus of money. But everybody's worried about the now. What am I gonna get now? Not tomorrow. What am I gonna get now? Lozz D Punch LC, yeah, that and from the zone always says Wilder versus AJ should go to Nigeria. It would be massive. Yes, because it's the whole all expansion. One of them two, I don't give a fuck if they don't like each other. If Wilder and AJ put their name on a fucking gym in Nigeria, if Wilder or AJ, or they both do it, open up their own fucking management company, their own promotional company, and doing the same shit like PBC and Matchroom is doing up over there, it'd be crazy. And then guess what? You know how many other fighters, good fighters, top 10, top 15 fighters will be getting fights, and guess what? They need some more development. Then you got the trainers. You got the people, the strength and conditioning coaches. You got the sparring partners. It's not just them, it's everybody else making money. Making money. Then guess what else you got? Now you are giving fighters in Africa and in Nigeria a better, how should I say, more opportunities to better trainers, to where now we get a better pool in boxing. Because when we look at some of these these African fighters, these African fighters, these guys from New Zealand, these guys from Australia, when we look at them, a lot of them do have the attributes to be a good fighter, but they lack something. They lack a couple of things: head movement, keeping their hands up, not having only having 2 or 3 punches. You know what I'm saying? They only got one way of protecting themselves properly. Leaning forward, reaching. You know what I'm saying? Can't catch a punch. Can't slip a punch. You know what I'm saying? So it's like all of that, all of it's in full circle. The same thing what I said about Anthony Joshua a long time ago. He should have brought his ass up over here and been training. A long time ago. If AJ would have done that, his chin probably would have never been tested. Because people would have been too fucking scared. I wouldn't say scared, too cautious about getting hit by that motherfucker. Yeah, he won't knock you out with 1 punches, but he land a good 3-piece combo on your ass. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna be on Queer Street. For real. And then and go, we're gonna go right back and full swing to it. All of the motherfuckers is wrongins. Edward Hearn's a wrongin. Tyson Fury's a wrongin. I think Wilder did some wrongs. Most of these cats is. Like if these motherfuckers stop being so fucking self-centered and reached out and stopped letting these weirdos control their career, look at it. Oh, back in the full circle. Back in the full swing of things. Now, what happened to all that bitch assness talk about Crawford and Spence? About Crawford Duncan? I told y'all motherfuckers. I told everybody. Eventually, everything will come out and won't nobody be saying shit. Now where y'all at? Now y'all see what Crawford talking about. Because when Crawford checked Oscar De La Hoya, none of y'all motherfuckers said to Crawford that he can't negotiate and this and the third like he really was. The motherfucker had a whole team. He just wanted to know what's going on in his career. But look at y'all. But when Wilder do it, it's, we gonna let him slide. We gonna let him slide. When Fury does it, we gonna let him slide. Because they in the driver's seat. They're at the table when this shit is happening. Guess who's not? Guess who's not? Lozz said, good point. Lozz also gonna say, in my opinion, AJ has let himself down because he let Hearn run the ship instead of running it himself. Yes. That right there. And partially, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Partially, you know what? Partially because of that loss, I would say is because Edward Hearn is not really that. He ain't his friend. He ain't his friend. He acts like he's a friend. He puts a cloak like he's his friend, but he's not his friend. My friend. Edward Hearn is not your friend. My friend. My friend. Edward Hearn is not your friend. My friend. Edward Hearn is gonna rob you, my friend. Edward Hearn is gonna make you duck all the fighters, my friend. You're gonna keep ducking the fighters, my friend. You're gonna duck. You're gonna duck so bad, my friend. You're gonna turn into a duck, my friend. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And I don't blame AJ for not wanting to get in all the mix and all that shit. But that shit is kind of fucking lame. Yeah, Lozz, don't. Poor, you know what? And you told me about this before. Well, you had to give me the whole history lesson on Kell Brook. That made me fucking sad looking at that grown man pleading out, damn near about to cry because somebody he thought was his friend that supposedly supposed to take care of him let him down like that. All because he wanted to try something out on his own. He didn't back talk him or nothing like that. That almost made me teary-eyed. It was like watching a sad movie and the main character died. You know? It was like watching Yeller. Yeah. And Edward Hearn told you. Edward Hearn told everybody. You leave me, don't come back. Which is fucked up. In order for us to be friends, I have to kiss your ass. I have to lick the bottom of your souls. Jesus Christ. You motherfuckers is eating ball, dick, and beans. Ball, dick, and beans. That's what they eating. All of them. If you believe that. If you don't, come on, man. Poor old Kell Brook. That was fucking sad. And Edward Hearn knew that was fucked up. Edward Hearn just too scared of. Edward Hearn knows he has to treat certain fighters a certain way to keep them. He has to do certain. This is what it seems like to me. Everything that's going on with these negotiations with AJ, with all these fighters, is all to keep them. Because it seemed like if as long as the money coming in, as long as they could get a fight to where people would tune in and watch and might possibly deem a credible fight, and they can make a bunch of money, it seemed like AJ is on it. It seemed like they own it. It seemed that's what they want. Fuck getting in the ring with somebody. If they don't take what we want, if they don't take what we offer them, we'll just go to the next. That's what it seemed like. I hate to say it to y'all. I need to check something out. Meeting Wayne's on that note. I'm out.